What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full highest defense stat Pokemon team. Now, I'm actually not sure if I'm coming down with a cold, but I'm hoping I'm not. So if my voice sounds a little bit croaky, that could be the reason. Leave your teens in the comment section below, people. Any feedback on the video would be wonderful too. So I think I've nearly done all of these highest stat teams. I think I'm only missing special defense now, I think. Anyways, so let's get to this. I got some amazing battles for you people to watch. Make sure you stick around and check them all out. If you do want to battle me, that's on my chat, and I hang out there every day at a random time for battles. This was a battle against Amazon Evan 19. So we have a Delmise lead and a Steelix lead. Now this Steelix was a max attack and max health variant with, I had on this Ice Fang, Explosion, Gyro Ball, and Earthquake. So unfortunately, the Ice Fang is not going to be enough to take out the Delmise. It's quite bulky, and I didn't really want to swap into anything else with Steelix. So a little bit of a disappointing start there, but there wasn't too much I could do. So on this Aggron, this is actually quite an interesting set. I've got on this a max health and max attack. I've got Rock Polish, I've got Aerial Ace, I've got Counter and Endeavor. Now, I've actually got the Fly MZ as an item, so they can use the Aerial Ace with the Fly MZ and use Supersonic Sky Strike, so it's really decent, and it can, it can do a lot of damage to fighting types, which is really cool too. So going for the Supersonic Sky Strike on the Delmise, that's going to be way too much for it to actually live, and that is down, which is nice. So even the battle up at this point in the game. So things are looking fairly good. I lost my Steelix, but I got rid of the Delmise eventually, so I was happy about that. Now we have Clawitzer. So this was this is a big problem. So it's obviously going to go for Water Pulse or for Aura Sphere. It's going to go for Aura Sphere against my Aggron, taking me all the way down to my Sturdy, right? Which is cool. Now on the Sturdy, I actually went for the Rock Polish. So I was like, okay, well I can at least go for that, and then I can go for Endeavor, which would be handy. I could have gone for Endeavor after that, just in case they didn't attack me, they used something else. That's why I went for the Rock Polish. Okay, so bringing them down all the way to 1 health with the Endeavor, so that was quite handy. Like a lot of the time I could get 2 kills with Aggron. I could get a counter kill, and then I could get basically an Endeavor kill. So it took 2 birds with 1 stone, so it was quite a fun set. Okay, so now we have Volokh. So this Volokh set, Volokh's got like an interesting special move pool, so I thought, let's run a spec set on it with Sturdy. So I ran this one as max health, max special attack. Now Weezing coming in expecting a physical type move, probably an Avalanche, is not going to like a Frost Breath to the face. So that's a 3-hit KO. Unfortunately, Volokh's special attack is absolutely terrible, so it doesn't do a lot of damage. Anyway, so Weezing's going to go for an Infestation on Volokh. I'm going to go for a Frost Breath again, so that was my best play, plus I'm locked into it. So it almost is enough to take it out, but just not enough there. The 100% crit, I ran on this one Blizzard and Frost Breath, because in case they started sending out Calm Minds or something, Surf and Mirror Coat. I know Mirror Coat's a bit strange with specs, but I thought I'd run that on there anyway, just for a little bit of surprise. And Volokh commonly gets attacked by a special move because its defense is so high, so I thought I could make use of it. Anyways, the Weezing is going to go to sleep, which is really annoying, so I'm going to hit it with another Frost Breath. However, I thought it's not too bad. The only thing I was actually worried about was like a Sleep Talk Rest Flamethrower. That could end my Volokh pretty well. However, they're going to swap out their Weezing, and they're going to go into the Persian Alola. So it looks different shiny. It's like, what's that, like mauve or purple or something? Anyway, so going for the Freeze Dry again on the Persian, does big damage, over half health, that critical hit. It's got leftovers, but I know that that should be enough to take it out the next turn. Now, I was wondering what this thing would actually do to me, what it was actually going to do. It was going to go for a Toxic, so it's putting the Toxic on my Volokh. So Volokh doing really well at the moment. I'm definitely confident I can beat the Weezing with it, and the Frost Breath, second Frost Breath is going to be enough to take out the Alola Persian, obviously, because you saw the damage the first turn, and it's always a critical hit, so that is down. So Volokh doing a lot of work at the moment, which is really, really good. I didn't expect it to do so much work. Anyway, so now we have the Wigglytuff coming out. So Wigglytuff can learn so many different moves, and it's fairly bulky as well. So it's going to frisk out my choice specs, so they know that I'm running choice specs. It probably was obvious after a while because I was doing a fair bit of damage. So going for the Freeze Dry again does over... Sorry, the Frost Breath, not the Freeze Dry. I get those two moves confused all the time. Anyway, so it's going to go for a Submission, so I think it's all the way from Gen 1. It doesn't do too much to Volokh. As you know, it's got a massive defense stat. However, it does rack up a little bit of damage and with the poison. Anyway, so I can go for another Frost Breath this turn. However, the Zangoose is going to swap into this just conserving the Wigglytuff, I guess. So I was like, oh, that's cool, because Zangoose is a really, really good Pokemon. It almost takes it out. So Volokh has, like, basically revealed the whole team, and it's just doing so much damage. But I just couldn't hope for a better job there. It's done damage to everyone, like Weezing, Wigglytuff, and Zangoose. Anyway, so Zangoose is going to go for Facade. That's going to be enough to take me out. But Volokh did an amazing job there, doing lots of damage to everyone. So I didn't expect it to be so helpful. So now we have the Toxic Orb, Facade, Zangoose. So I've got to get rid of this thing, right? It's a big threat. I knew the best thing I could possibly do was close combat to me, which I knew wouldn't kill. However, obviously when they weren't running it, so they went for Facade, which is their best attack. Now, on this set, I was running a special Regirock. I've got on this, I've got Ancient Power just to get some scummy boost. I've got Zap Cannon, Ancient Power, sorry, said that one, Focus Miss, and Lock On with the Wiggy Berry and the Clear Body ability, Max Health, Max Special Attack. Now we have this thing coming out. So it's going to go for the Aura Sphere, and that's going to be super effective against Regirock, unfortunately. And things are not looking good because all my Pokemon, you know, they're all weak to this. So I've only got one option left to see if I can get back into this game, or see if I can clutch with another Pokemon. So this Shuckle set, okay, I'll let you know how amazing this set is. So they actually swapped there, which is interesting, and Weezing is going to come back in. So I went for the knockoff on the swap there, trying to get rid of the Clawitzer. Doesn't do anything to Weezing. Okay, anyway, so Weezing is going to be asleep. Now it actually doesn't have Sleep Talk, so I was like, cool, I'm able to get my strategy off. So going for the Power Trick, swapping my defense stat and my attack stat. Now this was a Max Health, Max Defense Shuckle, so I just gave my defense as attack, and now it's an attack as its defense. So it's very, very squishy. So going for the Stone Edge, and that is Weezing down. I get the actually get the Quick Claw activation there, which is cool. So I ran Quick Claw on this as a gimmick, so I can swap my attack, then go for a Quick Claw attack. So I get another Quick Claw in the row. This is the second one, and I'm able to take out the Clawitzer. So I'm like, oh, this is so good. So I got 2 in a row. So I was actually able to get both of them through both of them. Now I had Sturdy on this, obviously, as the as the ability to. So I get rid of the choice specs on that, so no wonder none of my Pokemon were living. So the last Pokemon is the Wigglytuff, and it's going to find my Quick Claw. Not that it was obvious. And I get 3 activations in a row with Quick Claw, and the Stone Edge is going to land, and that's going to be enough to take out the Wigglytuff, because Shuckle has, like, 600 attack now. Hope you enjoyed that one. Damn, that Shuckle at the end. Holy crap. Okay, let's get to this second battle. Now, this was a battle on my chat against Driver BRG, using the same team, obviously, and strategy. So we have a shiny Golduck lead, and I've got my Steelix lead again. Now, I know that Golduck does carry dampers and ability, but I thought it wouldn't probably have that. It's got Swift Swim. That's probably a more superior ability. So it's going to go for Hone Claws right away, boosting its accuracy and attack. I went for Explosion because I didn't really have too much to hit it with outside of Earthquake, so I thought I might as well just go an eye for an eye here with the Steelix. I'd be happy with that. Plus, I got the normal gem, which is going to give it a little bit more power, which will definitely be enough to take out the Golduck. And it leaves on 1 health because it's got a freaking Focus Sash. God damn. Anyway, so my Steelix is down. I just didn't get any luck at all in all the battles I had with my Steelix. I just got terrible luck. So swapping in my Aggron anyways. So now I can either go for the, I think I went for the Aero Ice there just to finish off. However, Golduck is going to have Hypnosis putting me to sleep. So I'm thinking this sucks. I don't really want to, should I swap here or should I just stay in? I decided to stay in for a pretty good reason there. I'll show you as the battle goes on. Anyway, so I'm going to get hit by the Aqua Tail since the accuracy on that is basically 100%. Now I'm not going to wake up and Golduck is going to be able to take me out with another Aqua Tail. So things are going awful at the moment. Golduck has taken out my Steelix and I kind of took my own Steelix out, but it's taken out my Aggron. So not a good start to the battle. So swapping in closer now. Now, this closer set I've actually run before. This was the Max Health, Max Defense Toxic Clamp set with Rest and Sleep Talk with Shell Armor, so I can never get critical hitted. So it's a very solid set if you come up against defensive Pokemon. Like, they just cannot get through. It's so bulky. Anyway, so I knew they'd go for a Hypnosis, so I went for the Sleep Talk, and I got Sleep Talk. I did get Sleep Talk Rest, I got Sleep Talk Toxic, so Golduck basically got played by a fiddle, and it's going to go down. So that was really good. I was able to predict around the Golduck. The only thing I was thinking that it could worry me would be Cross Chop, but as I said, I've got Shell Armor, so the critical hit chance is not going to happen. I'd say the physical set, that was the best move it could probably hit me with. Anyway, so now we're going to have the Rotom Mower. So this thing is absolutely going to annihilate my closer because, as I said, it's a defensive wall, plus it's weak against grass and electric. So That's really bad. So swapping in Avalugg. Anyways, so now the Rotom is going to go for the T-Bolt, which is fine. Avalugg is going to take a lot of damage, but I like it. As I said, I didn't have much to swap into. Now it's going to go for a Leaf Storm, which is going to drop its special attack. So once again, things looking very, very grim for me because I can't swap in. As you know, what Pokemon I've got left. I've got Shuckle, I've got Closer. Both of them, they're not going to do so well against this. And I've also got Regirock, which is going to get smashed by Leaf Storm. So I thought, let's swap in Shuckle again. So Quick Claw activates right away, and I get the Power Trick. So I was like, damn, it's not too bad. I would have got the Power Trick off regardless due to the, the sturdy ability. And I was wondering if this had Trick or anything. However, it's going to go for a Thunder Wave. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. I still got my Quick Claw item, and, Shuckle isn't what you call Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, then it's going to go for a T-Bolt. So with Power Trick, right, it swaps your defense and attack. However, your special defense remains intact. So this is really good. So I was able to go for I went for the Bug Bite this time because that was super effective. Leaf Storm actually misses, and Bug Bite is absolutely going to wreck Rotom, and that's going to take it out in one shot since now my defense is my attack, so it's very, very huge. And I actually steal its Citrus Berry and eat it again, so my Sturdy is now back to being intact. So that was really good. I couldn't hope for any better than that. So now we have Komomo coming out. So this was a really hard Pokemon to get around, right? Even with my amazing attack at the moment, I had nothing to actually hit this, right? So the best move I could do was Stone Edge. Okay, so Flash Cannon does nearly exactly half health to me. It's also going to have Life Orb, which is going to help my cause too, because it's doing a little bit of extra damage. Stone Edge lands. It does pretty nice damage, even though it's resisted. Okay, so I was estimating if I could live this next attack right, I could get the Stone Edge off. If I get max damage, it's going to kill me. And I actually live on 2 health. I do not get paralyzed at all with the Shuckle, and Stone Edge lands again, and that is enough damage to take out Como. Holy crap, this Shuckle is so good. So the Rotom Mower is down, the Como is down. Now we have Durant. So I'm like, probably at the end of the line here, I'm not going to be able to, get rid of this. And then Quick Claw activates. I'm able to get another Stone Edge off on this one. It doesn't miss, so that was 3 Stone Edges in a row, and another Quick Claw activation. Oh my god, I've used up my luck forever now. So Umbreon's going to come out. I just couldn't believe I got back into this battle again. It's kind of similar to the other one. Like, I was quite a bit far behind. Things were looking like absolutely terrible. And then suddenly the battle was evened up. So Umbreon's going to come in there and take me out with a foul play. However, Shuckle did an amazing job there getting me back in the game. So as you know, I've got the Close to Left and the Regirock. So I was like, I might give Regirock a go here. So I see if I can get some Ancient Power boost and maybe hit it with a Focus Miss. Anyway, so Umbreon's going to be one of those, just the normal foul play, toxic, wish kind of, stalling set, so, which I never expected at all. So going for the Ancient Power here, trying to get a boost. It's not going to do much. Regirock's special attack is absolute garbage, and Umbreon's special defense is, really, really good. It's, super bulky, and it's got leftovers as well. So the only thing I was a little bit worried about here is, I wonder if it's got Heal Bell. I was thinking that at the back of my mind, because I still did have Close Left, right? That was maybe going to be my answer to the Umbreon if this didn't work out. However, that was like here or there at the moment. I was wondering if I could get some Ancient Power boost, because I have actually got them before in the past. And sometimes you can get really, really lucky. And these battles, I've just, the last couple of battles with this team, especially with the Shuckle, I got so lucky. So I was like, I might be able to bring that luck onto my Regirock. Anyway, so Umbreon's going for foul play. I don't have anything in attack, so it's not going to be doing too much damage, which is kind of normal for me. Like a lot of battles I've versed Pokemon with foul play, and they're like, why isn't it doing any damage? I'm like, I'm probably running a special set on like a prominent physical attacker. Anyway, so Umbreon's going to keep going for the foul play. I don't have any recovery at all outside the Wiki Berry. And plus, I'm poisoned as well. Anyway, so getting hurt by the poison, going to eat my berry. Now, I did toss up giving this Potato Berry, but in the end, I thought it might be, better to give it some recovery with Wiki Berry, just to wait out, maybe if I could get a couple of Ancient Power boosts. That's how I was running the set. Anyway, so Umbreon's going for another foul play, and going for Focus Blast. Nothing is hitting it at the moment, so Focus Blast misses. Focus miss. So I'm going to go down to the next foul play, so Regirock basically couldn't do shit in this battle, but that's all good. I do have one more Pokemon to see if I can get back into the game. So, there's 2 more Pokemon left, and they are very, very bulky Pokemon. Speaking of bulky, swapping in my Closer. So, I know that I've got rest, right? Obviously, I'm already asleep. So, I go for the Sleep Talk first turn, and I wake up. So, Awesome luck there. So that's going to fail. The foul play isn't going to do much to Cloyster. Once again, I'm not running anything in attack. It's not like a shell smash set, so that's going to definitely suit me a lot. So this also has shell armor too, so I can never be critted. I've got rest, which I can go to sleep. Now, it was to be determined whether Umbreon had heal bell. That was the only thing I was worried about. So I'm going to put a Toxic on the Umbreon. I know that it's got synchronized ability. However, I said I've already got rest, so I can just rest off the damage and that poison. Okay, so Umbreon's going to go for Toxic itself. That's fine. I was already poisoned, so that's cool. Now it's got Toxic, it's got Foul Play. We've already seen that, and it's got Protect, and I'd say it's got Wish. That was what I was hoping its set would be. Anyway, so I got the poison on the Toxic. Actually, I need a drink. Sorry about that. I got like a bit of a I don't know. I'm not sure if I got a cold or not. I haven't had a cold for so many years, right? I think it's been 2 years at least, and I don't want to get one. I'm just hoping I don't get one, because if I do, I'm probably going to have like a really bad one, because I haven't had one for ages. Anyways, so the Umbreon isn't, it just can't touch me with Foul Play at all. And the other Pokemon is welcome to swap in too, because I've got I've got a pretty sound strategy. So the idea here was for me to Toxic them and clamp them in with the clamp move. But clamp is basically just like infestation, right? So it locks the opponent in for a set amount of turns. It does a set amount of damage. So it's kind of stacking with poison. The main thing is it's holding the opponent in, so Toxic is just stacking in damage. And it's doing a little bit of extra damage too and keeping them from swapping out. So it's an excellent move for trapping. However, the accuracy can be a little bit shaky compared to things like Infestation, which are superior. But obviously it doesn't learn that, so I had to go with this. Anyways, so Umbreon is starting to take a lot of damage with Toxic. It's only a matter of time before it goes down. I love that animation for Clamp too. It looks so cool. Anyway, so it's at a half health. All I can do now is go for the Foul Play. I'm just going to go for rest here because I want to heal up myself and get ready for the next Pokemon. So healing myself up all the way, which is nice. I actually I'm trying to remember the last time I ran this close there. It was a while, but it's been very successful as I ran it. So clearly the last move the Umbreon has is Wish. I'm like, great, that's awesome. I don't mind that it's got recovery because it essentially doesn't have heal bell, so it's going to go down eventually. So it can heal all it likes with Wish, that's fine. I know that I'm going to read in the PP war anyway, because Umbreon, it's one thing about Umbreon, it can lose the PP war. So definitely, since Foul Play was its only attacking move too, and Toxic had no real effect on me. So, going for Sleep Talk again, hoping I can maybe get a Clamp to speed things up, and I get Rest, which is fine. I was kind of expecting that always happens. So Umbreon's just spamming Foul Play, and it's not going to be able to get a critical hit either. Okay, so the Wish kicks in on the Umbreon. This was probably the longest part of the battle. Like at the end of it. But man, I can't believe how well that Shuckle went. I had 4 really, really good battles with this. I put some bloopers at the end, and I've also put a bonus battle too. But guys, you got to check out the bloopers and the bonus battle. They're very, very entertaining battles, just like this one. Anyway, so the Umbreon is it's on its last legs, people. I'm trying to get around it, so going for another Sleep Talk, hoping I can get Clamp. The next move will be the next round of Toxic will be enough to take out Umbreon. So I get Toxic, which is, I guess that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Umbreon's going for as many Foul Plays as it possibly can, but it can use Foul Play against me all day. That's fine. It tickles against the mighty Cloyster. The Cloyster actually has really good defense. Oh, also, I actually used Regirock instead of Bastiodon because I wasn't happy with the Bastiodon set I had, and I was kind of running around at a set time. Time clock too, so I really needed to start this battle. So I couldn't really get a Bastiodon set I was super happy with. I used so many Bastiodon sets, so I wanted to use the Regirock set for fun too. So I just bear that one in mind when I say it's not like I'm not including like Ubers and UBs and that kind of thing. Anyway, so Umbreon is down finally. So now we have an equally stolly Pokemon being Dusknoir. Now, I know Dusknoir doesn't have anything. If it has Rest, I'm screwed. That was about the only thing I was worried about. So, putting the Toxic on Dusknoir. Now, Dusknoir is going to go for a Thunder Punch. I was like, okay, so it's going to be a physical set. Thunder Punch does pretty good damage, but the only thing I'm really worried about is a Paralyze. However, I can heal that off with Rest. I would have to get very, very unlucky at this point in the game, to get continually paralyzed. However, the Toxic damage is doing a lot to it too, as I get paralyzed, if that did happen. So, I was just thinking, the things in advance what would happen. So going for the Clamp, just getting the little bit of extra damage. There's no point, trapping in him because Dusknoir is the last Pokemon. Anyway, so it's going to go for another Thunder Punch. I know that I can live another one after that. Plus, as I said, I've got the Shell Armor, so I'm never going to get critical hitted too. The ability actually suits the set really nicely. So, Dusknoir is locked in. I know that it's probably going to have Shadow Sneak too. Shadow Sneak, Thunder Punch. It could possibly hit, at this point in the game, like, it could possibly have Pain Split too. But the one thing about Pain Split is it can only use the amount of health that I have, so I can keep myself on low health. Even if I was to heal myself up with Rest, it's not going to matter too much because essentially in the end, it is poison. So going for a Rest here, checking if it does have Pain Split on Dusknoir. And that was my, that was my best bet to heal myself up to, because Thunder Punch was still doing a fair bit of damage to me, like a lot more than the Umbreon with Foul Play was. So it's got leftovers too. My God, this last turn, these last 2 Pokemon, I think this bit went for 15 to 20 turns, just due to the bulky nature of the Pokemon. Anyway, so Dusknoir is getting on, it's below half health now. We're getting close to taking it out. I'm going to go for another Sleep Talk, hoping I can get Clamp just for a bit of extra damage. And hoping I can actually get it for once. And I'd actually get Clamp and it lands, which is really good. So getting clamping that Dusknoir. I love that animation so much. Anyway, so Dusknoir's the best thing you can obviously go for is Thunder Punch. It doesn't have access to anything like Pain Split. Obviously, I would have used it already. Then again, that would have just prolonged the battle. So Dusknoir, it's obviously going to go down to the Toxic, and that is pretty much game. Hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Man, that Shuckle, though, is so good. You guys have got to try it out. The Quick Claw is it's a very luck-based item, so it just 100% relies on Quick Claw working. However, if it does activate crazy like 3 times in a row, you definitely got to get a sweep. All right, that's about it, people. Peace out. Enjoy those bloopers and bonus battle.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and grab him by the pussy.
Thanks.